I was talking to a friend of mine and I asked him, when does testifying become boasting? Is it bragging to share a victory with others? And where is the line? Should we simply be quiet and not publicize our joy when something good happens to us? Good question, he replied. We began to exchange views on the subject, and at the end of the conversation, we both agreed that there is a difference between boasting and testifying, that difference being intent. Bragging is defined as being boastful, showing excessive pride and self-satisfaction in one's achievement, possessions, or abilities. Testimony is defined as an evidence or proof provided by the existence or appearance of something. If we don't testify to God's goodness in our life, why would those who don't know God want to get to know Him? It is through our testimonies and our blessings that piques others' interest. Matthew 5:16 says, "Let your light shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven." When we share our testimonies and good news, it should be to boast about God and His greatness, not ours. Otherwise, all you are doing is bragging. It's all about you and your intentions. Sometimes our testimony might wind up glorifying self rather than God. For example, instead of testifying about his miraculous healing, Hezekiah showed off his material affluence to his Babylonian visitors. Consequently, he lost his sons to exile, and a miracle of 15 years extension of his life became a nightmare. We must be careful as well that we don't brag and glorify ourselves, which is what some people purposefully and unknowingly do. Instead of talking about Jesus, they use this as an opportunity to talk about themselves, which is no testimony at all. For instance, there's always someone that you are friends with in your social circle that only seems to mention God when they use their testimony as bragging. I just got this brand new car. God is good. I just signed the loan docs for my new home. God is good. But they don't mention the fact that they had struggles years prior. They refuse to let you in on the process God took them through to get to where they are today. They fail to share the hardships God had delivered them from. Another example is that when someone who does charity work, or whenever they do something good for someone else, let's say, they can't wait to broadcast it on social media or verbally anywhere else for that matter. Is this person bragging or testifying? Again, it goes back to intention. Is it to testify of God's goodness or their own? Be careful not to practice your righteousness in front of others to be seen by them. If you do, you will get no reward from your Father who is in heaven. So when you give to the needy, do not broadcast it with trumpets as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and on the streets to be honored by others. Truly, I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you give to the needy, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, so that your giving may be in secret. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. There aren't any rules on that matter, but it's good to be wise on what you say, how you say it, and how it affects those around you. Does it benefit them to know? Does it inspire them? And will knowing make a difference in their lives? Well, that's all we have for you today on Take 5. Join us again next week. Until then, like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye!